I read 11 books in June. Don't know how, I was coming off Deluxetine, but this is the first one. And it took me like 3 weeks to finish it, so I don't really remember a lot of it. I do remember that she's an author, and her MC, she thinks that he looks like, in her head, this hockey player. So at midnight one night, she ends up messaging him on social media. But she gets so obsessed, she ends up stalking him. But what she doesn't realise is that he has seen this message and has been stalking her since that message. So they end up doing like this cat and mouse game thing with their stalking, where she will go in and nick his hoodie and wear it. Then he will go into her house and grab a necklace and wear it. And they're both like, is that my hoodie? Is that my necklace? Like, it's not a bad book, but I just can't really remember it, which I'm a bit annoyed at, but I think that's because of the Deluxetine. This one was harder because I read the first book back in February last year. So Forced Proximity is basically, she goes to a new college thinking that, oh, I've got a fresh new start, fresh new this. Very first day she has a panic attack and runs to the library to hide and help her panic. But she ends up kissing a stranger. That's what you do in a panic attack, apparently. And well, yeah, it then goes from there. She then meets five guys, and they are like the richest, most arrogant, controlling men you'll ever fucking meet. But in the best of ways. Hayes is just a fucking psychopath. Actually, he's not. He's just this fucking tattooed, built, fucking geek type guy that he would literally, and murderous. Like, he's the most scariest thing you'll ever fucking see. But he is... oh my god. And Ethan, the professor... that's all I'm saying. The smut is smutting in these books. So this is the fourth book of the Starfall Academy, and Raven... just fucking bless her. She was raised in a compound. And not one of those bad compounds. I don't know if you can get a good compound, but it's not a bad compound. But she wasn't allowed out. But it was for her own safety, because nobody knows what she is or what she is. Not even herself. Until she goes to a farmer's market one day and sets fire to it. And they discover her and send her off to Starfall. But somehow she attracts demon energy. Like, she attracts hellhounds and all sorts of demons. I don't understand how. Well, I do, because I've read it, but I'm not saying it to you. Maverick is like this overprotective fucking bear shifter. He's fucking huge. Zane is a fucking psychopath. Absolute psychopath. But he's absolutely hilarious. I loved Zane. And you got Kai, who is the shy one, but he's a mermaid. Or merman. And then you got the dickhead of the group, and that's Alaric. But he's got reasons to be a dickhead. And the smut. It's smutting. But I have to say, Zane is my favourite. I do. Zane is just... he's a psychopath, but I fucking love him. So Thea runs away from home. She changes her name. She ends up in this restaurant, this like bar. And she doesn't know that it actually belongs to the Forever Midnight MC group. So she's intimidated by men due to her fucking step brother and her mother trying to get her to go with her step brother. Not in a good way either. He's a nasty piece of shit who does all sorts to her. So she's working, she's doing this. She ends up, they spot her necklace and realise what it is. It's a tracker. So she freaks the fuck out, and she's like, get it off me, get it the fuck off me. She wants to run, because she knows that they know where she is. She's like, I need to leave, I need to go. But then Kane comes in. He ends up protecting her, taking her to his cabin. It all dies from there, really. It all goes, that's it, really. The smut is there, but it's meh. It's very meh. The way I love Jamie and Eve is ridiculous. But this book, I knew it. I knew it from the get-go. I knew it from the cover. I knew it from, I don't know, there's a vibe about it that I knew I was not going to like this book. I don't even know how. I no. If you read Jamie Neve, all of her FMCs I fucking love because they've got the same personality as me, and I just love that. I'm like, it reminds me of me. But this just didn't hit. Didn't hit the mark. There's no smut whatsoever. Nothing in this book. I must have enjoyed it to the point that when I read it. I must have enjoyed the story to the point I read the whole book because I didn't DNF it. But I'm not so much in love with it that I'd read the rest of the series. I could be wrong, it could get better, but I can't. Because the Shadow Beast himself, damn, he's hot. But no. Don't ask me how I got here. I think it was because it was on my Kindle or it was a small read, so that's why I read it. I think it was like something like 120 pages, so it wasn't a bad small read. But I'm just not one for the very first fucking day. There's a way of doing it for me if they fall in love on the first day. It's just no. It didn't really work for me. The only thing that I can say about this is that the photocopier was the best bit of it. The photocopier is HR. So basically hell. And the vampire co-worker. She was funny. I enjoyed her. This is the 6th book of the Lost Souls of Diconia. And oh my god, this whole series I fucking loved. It did not beat Odessa's story for me. Odessa is still holding strong in my heart. That one is still top tier for me on this series. But it was still good. So we have Willow. She was growing up in a compound. Can you see a theme going on this month? Her dad is trying to arrange a marriage with her with this much older man, like to the point of granddad age, right? And she runs, she bolts, she leaves, and she ends up going to the bookstore. She has this pull to this bookstore where the fairy godmother is. And turns out that they can change spots because their souls are in the wrong spot. So she ends up going to Diconia, but ends up going into the mating hunt. And the rules have changed this year. It isn't just one day, it's a week. But during all this, she tries to run from the mating hunt and she ends up in front of all these men. But she somehow meets some Vikings along the way. And they came to this hunt, not to participate in the hunt, but to find something. This gem of sorts. But they find Willow. And they're like, we need to get into this hunt so we can protect her and she's my mate. So they end up being part of the hunt as well. And she knows... they were basically grooming her to the point of being the perfect fucking wife. Meaning, women don't have orgasms. Yeah. But it's just so good. This whole series is so good. Different storylines, all of them are so different, and I loved it. I judged this book. I'm not even going to lie, I judged the fuck out of that book. Look at it. The cover alone, I was like, this isn't going to be good. I took a chance. I fucking am wrong. I was wrong. This... fucking phenomenal. She is a badass. She basically gets trained from her dad's. She's a fucking ninja. She carries katanas on her back. 2 of them. So we follow Avery in this book. In this world, women without power are safe. They're able to live their lives. They're able to bond with these male shifters, whatnot. That's not the case for Avery. Avery has to hide, otherwise she will die. But one evening, in her neighbourhood, things go fucking shit, and she ends up having to go and enroll in Starfall Academy to become a guardian, so she can then release her beast, because she has a beast. But only until then, she cannot let this beast out. But she is fucking badass. She's fucking nuts. And her brother isn't an annoying piece of shit either. He's actually fucking hilarious too. And he's also been trained to be like a fucking ninja as well. And the fact that he's gay as well, that just, it's so good. Brothers sometimes annoy the shit out of me in storybooks. They do. I'm not even going to apologise. It's the same with children. Sometimes they annoy the shit out of me as well. But the way I really enjoyed this book, I absolutely devoured it within a day. This is the second book. I can't tell you much. I can't, because I will spoil it. But a few of them know what her beast are now. And they royally fucked up. The men, because this is a why choose, the men in this book royally fucked up. And it didn't end very well. I can't say much more because I don't want to spoil it if you decide to read it. But I will never judge a book by its cover again, because this was a great series. And now I'm waiting until fucking God knows when for the third book. Which, fuck you. Oh, and George the snake. I love him. I love him so much. The fact that she just walks down the corridor with a snake trailing her, it reminds me of fucking Voldemort. It's so good. Again, I don't know how I got to this point. I don't actually really remember this book. It's a quick read. It's like 160 pages, I believe. And I can't really remember it that well, so it wasn't a very memorable book. I remember Van, who ends up taking her virginity and then going off to Ireland for 3 years, and now he's suddenly back for her because he finds out that she's working for the family business, which, yes, this is a gangster fucking book. Not really into this kind of thing. The brother's best friend. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It was an alright read. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I probably wouldn't recommend it. And the smut was... meh. But yeah, that was my 11 books in June. I hope you enjoyed. I actually very nearly forgot about this book. I also read this in June. I will not lie, the story is not bad. But this FMC, she annoyed the fuck out of me. I do not think this helps that I literally read Clash of Claws before this. So I don't think that helped. So we follow Violet. She grows up in an abusive household, and all she wants to do is get her deaf brother away from these people. And to do that, she has to finish school and then wait until he turns 18. So she's been saving, working in a bookstore, but one evening on her shift, a guy comes in with a slit and dies, and ends up giving his power to her. Well, this just sets off a whole lot of shit. A whole lot of things. The guys in this book, because yes, again, it's another why choose, phenomenal. I loved the guys. I thought they were really nice, like not too bad guys, you know? But I can't tell you much of the situation that she is trying to get out of because I don't want to spoil it all for you. However, she ends up going to this party, and that's where the thick as shit bit has come in. She is just the most stupidest woman I've ever fucking met. Like, you say hello to a woman like 2 times throughout the whole book, and you go into a toilet, do pills with her because yes, that's safe. Even after the guys have said to you to stick with them to keep her safe. But that, you know, that's safe. It's obviously safe to do that. However, she ends up going on a walk. A fucking walk with this guy. Because she slipped past these guys that are trying to keep her safe. Going on a walk with this guy, right? However, she knows this guy. She knows the dad wants to fucking kill her because he thinks that she killed his son for his power. So the guy at the beginning. So the guy she's going on a walk with is his brother. Yes, because that's fucking safe. Like, I get it's a book, but the stupidity of it, I just couldn't take it. There was so much stupidity that I just couldn't do it. I was like, absolutely not. like there's stupid in books, and then there's just too much. That was just fucking ridiculous, and I don't believe any woman is that thick as shit to do that, even in a fucking book. So that's why no, did not like it. The story, like I said, the story was good, but she is annoying.